Hello, Leslie Urbas here, registered dietitian and personal training with another week of wellness coaching with Leslie. I'm Leslie, if you didn't know. I'm a dietitian and a personal trainer, and each week I try to come here live so that way you can learn from a real life question. So in my Facebook group, Weight Loss and Wellbeing for High Performers, I do a lot of coaching in there, and one of the questions that came up this week was about lunch. And I thought, you know what would be best if we turned this into this week's coaching call. So I've asked Stephanie to pop in here with me to ask her questions so that way everyone can benefit from it. So I'm going to bring Stephanie in here. Hey, Steph, how's your day?
Good. How are you? How's yours?
Good. Yeah. It's Tuesday. It's kind of sunny, kind of cloudy. I think it's going to rain, probably just when I have to pick up my kids, right? Because that's the way this has to roll. So that way everybody gets soaked and they think it's fun. And I'm like, yeah, this is not so much fun, but that's okay. So anyways, looks a little cold where you are.
It is. It's very cloudy, kind of rainy. Winter's coming.
Yeah. I mean, it's still like 80 here and hot, but it's covered. So anyway, so I'm sure everybody's like, okay, get to the question. What's your question? So what is your question for me today, Steph?
Okay, so normally during the work week at lunch, I try to pack every day, but then I'll see my coworkers coming in with something that they bought, or we'll be talking about McDonald's, Taco Bell, Wawa, like something that I didn't bring that's unhealthier than what I have. I guess I don't always want to let my temptation get the best of me, but is it okay? Like, what can I pick, and what is like a good alternative, I guess, that is still will keep me on track.
Yeah. So hearing that, like the work day kind of gets you because you have coworkers that, choose to go to some sort of like fast food or Wawa. I like how you said that. I think it's a big thing for people to eat at gas stations now. It's funny, right? We used to think gas station food is awful, not so good. Anyways, okay. So they go to some place like that, and then you go to those places. One question is, what do I kind of try to get to stay on the healthier side? And then the second part of that is, and is it okay that I do that kind of like how often kind of thing? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good question. So let me answer the first one first. So everybody automatically gets that like workplace guilt, right? Like I brought my lunch, I should eat my lunch, but I really think that this food is going to be good dining out. So then we go out, and there's kind of two pieces here. One is that based on what you guys have talked about all day, whatever that food is, you are now craving it. Like you've put it into your vision, you've put it into your mind. So if you're like, I really want French fries and a burger. Oh, we're losing her. So I'll see if she pops back in here in a second. I think it's just my internet. There we go. When you continue to say, I want the burger and fries, I want the burger and fries, I want the burger and fries, you've literally put it into your mind. You're telling yourself that that's what you want. Your brain is not going to look for anything else. So no matter where you go, you want the burger and fries. So what I advise for anyone when they know, like I will at some point this week dine out, I want you to go to the menu when you're full and satisfied after any meal, whether it's breakfast and you're at work or whether it's dinner at the end of the day. And I want you to go to those top 4 or 5 places that you guys typically go to eat out. And I want you to select what you would eat and think is the healthiest meal there. And note, it's okay if you go, but that's what you get. Don't allow yourself to start thinking like, oh, I'm going to get the burger and fries, or, oh my gosh, she just mentioned cotton candy, or she just mentioned she's going to get a candy bar, or she's just going to mention whatever. And that's exactly what you want to eat. So I try to get you to think ahead when you're full and satisfied, because your brain is less like, oh, I want the burger and fries when you're satisfied. And then it's like, 11 a.m. and you're like, how many more hours until I get lunch? Because I really want to eat lunch and I want the burger and fries, right? So that's my first thing. What is healthy? What do I kind of try to steer people towards? Everybody thinks that I'm going to tell them like eat chicken. Absolutely not. I just try to tell you to think of things with less condiments, less fat added to them, because you will get enough fat in the food no matter which way you choose. So if you're going to get a sandwich or if you're going to get a meal cooked out, as many times as you could think of that they put fat on it, try to reduce that so there's only one additional fat than what's in the meat or the meal, because you will get plenty of fat when you dine out. You also get plenty of carbs when you dine out, which is why people think eating out is so unhealthy, because it's carbs and fat first, protein last. Okay? Okay. So that would be my advice there. No reason why you can't. The second fold of that is like, how often should I do it? I tell people that's kind of dependent on their wallet. Like have you ever totaled up how much you spend in fast food in a year, right?
Yeah.
If you were to do that, is that something you actually want to be contributing that much money to? If not, then what you have to do is you have to think, okay, budget wise, if I only want to spend this amount of money on dining out, then I need to limit it to one time a week. Then you use that as your function.
Okay.
Let's say that that's not a problem. Let's say your budget's fine. It's like, well, I could eat out every day. Like, I don't really care. I'm down to spending 10K a year on fast food. It doesn't bother me whatsoever, right? So let's say that that were the case. The next thing I would say would be, okay, is your goal to lose weight? Is your goal to be healthy? Is your goal to live your life to the fullest? If so, then you might want to rethink dining out, just because we know in a dining out world, you're going to get more carbs, more fat, and more salt. So then I would try to have you drop it. Good rationale would be, there's 7 days in a week, 3 meals in a day. So there's 21 meals that we could possibly dine outside of our home for. I really suggest that we have like 5 meals or less. So we're at a third or less of the week. Okay. So in terms of that, you have to think about it, not just lunch. Oh, she said 5 days. So that's all lunches. Okay. So you're not going to eat out dinner. You're not going to eat out breakfast. If you know you have a family breakfast out, or you have Friday night pizza night, that counts as 2 of like the 5. And that's how I want you to think about it. 7 meals or 7 days, 3 meals a week. So 21 meals total. How many times do I really want to be having that fast food? And then measure it with budget, your health goals, your fitness goals, and what you're trying to achieve in that instance. Is that pretty clear?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, cool. Any other questions directed towards that?
What was that? You broke up.
That's okay. Any questions towards that?
I don't believe so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so one of the big things, and this is for anybody that's watching out there, if you're like, I love to go out to eat, is really you have to make that decision on what you're going to get from the position of fullness. Once we make the decision from hunger, we're never going to choose something that is 100% healthy for us, because we can taste those good tastes of like the burger, the fries, and the pizza. So awesome. Well, thank you for coming on this week to ask your question. I hope that was helpful to you and for anyone else that watched. Yeah.
It was. Thank you.
You're welcome. Awesome. And for anybody else out there, if you would like to be coached each week between 12 to let's say 1:30 on your lunch hour on Tuesdays, I come in here live while coaching somebody else, just so that way you can learn and so you can ask a question yourself. If you're interested and you have a question for me that you would like answered, please feel free to message me, drop a comment down below, and I'd love to have you here with live wellness coaching with Leslie. Doesn't have to be food related. It can be nutrition or overall well-being. And if you're not already there, make sure you catch the Facebook group, Weight Loss and Wellbeing for High Performers, where many people ask these questions and get their answers. It's a group created by me and a safe space to actually learn some good, sound, backed by science nutrition information. All right, guys, that is it. I hope you have a fit and fabulous Tuesday, and I will